the banks of Boston Harbor, it's time for Cardinals baseball. No, it's not a tea party, it's a big league ball game. The Cardinals invade Fenway Park, where the Red Sox have won 6 in a row at home. Yeah, it's a packed house on Lansdowne Street and a packed house here at the old ballpark as the Cardinals and Bo Sox start a big weekend. Hi again, everybody. Chip Carey, Jim Edmonds. How about the Redbirds, Jimmy? They've won 3 of their last 4 games. Steady progress, trying to win back-to-back series for the first time all year tonight.
Yeah, back-to-back series at 2 places like this, Wrigley and now Fenway. Are you kidding me? This has got to be the best week to be a baseball player if you're the Cardinals. They played pretty well in Chicago, but they're going to have to deal with a little bit better lineup, I think, here against Boston than they did in Chicago.
Cardinals finally won a series opening game against the Cubs. Offense good, pitching good, defense very good. All of those things will be needed as the Cardinals face James Paxton, Adam Wainwright on the hill for the Redbirds. Game 1 coming up at Fenway next. Budweiser, this Bud's for you. By BJC Healthcare, you deserve extraordinary care. And by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the St. Louis area. Find yours at your Mid-America Chevy dealer. Plenty of postseason history between the Cardinals and the Red Sox. They're 2-2 in World Series play. We'll see who wins this series as we tip it off at Fenway Park tonight. You bet Adam Wainwright is ready to go for the Cardinals and the Red Sox. What a way to kick off the weekend here in the great state of Massachusetts. It's been a gorgeous day. 81 degrees, very little wind and humidity. Jim Hayes, Jim Edmonds, Chip Carey with you from Fenway Park. It's always a treat to visit this historic place, a ballpark, Jimmy, that opened in 1912. Looks as lovely as I'm sure it was the day it opened 100 years ago.
And so do you. When you first game was in 1912 and you're still going strong.
It's incredible.
I'll tell you what, this is a treat for me. This is the first time I've ever been up here in the booth, and kind of like Wrigley Field the first time I went there. It's just so interesting to see because a lot of the fields that we go to are kind of cookie cutter, right? You walk around, you see these obviously are not, and it's a lot of fun to be a part of this today, and it's an awesome view from the booth, and hopefully we can bring home a winner.
That's right.
Or we just enjoy ourselves, one of the two. I mean, come on.
What better way to enjoy than with a win? Solid Marvel and Alex Cora hook up for the first time here in 2023. The Cardinals coming off a series win against the Cubs. The Redbirds start play today 13-25. That's a start. Let's see if they can win a second straight series opening game on this road trip in Chicago and Boston. And with that in mind, and with the left-hander James Paxton on the mound, a lot of right-handed bats, as you'd expect for the Cardinals. And for Paxton, Jim, this has been a long time coming. This is his first inning pitched in the major leagues in 765 days because of all sorts of injury problems.
Yeah, and that's just a shame. I mean, anytime you're a professional athlete and you don't get to go out there and perform, it is tough. It is tough in your gut. It's tough on your team. It's tough on everyone. You see the Hyundai pitch arsenal. He's got the fastball, the knuckle curve cutter, and the changeup. So put those 2 fastballs in there together as righties. This is a thing that I sometimes worry about. You overload a right-handed lineup against a guy like this. He can hit his spots with the cutter in, make it tough on you, and then run the changeup away. I always love to see a left-hander somewhere in the middle of the lineup just to change up the depth perception for him. But this is the lineup we have today. And I think another thing that's interesting about this, Boston's got a great team. They're 22-16, and they're 7.5 back. Look at the Cardinals. They're only 8 games back. So definitely a different division. And both teams still in the same kind of position.
Every team in the AL East is at least 3 games over 500. The Red Sox, as Jim mentioned, 22-16, 7.5 games behind the Rays. Their defensive lineup presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Rafael Devers, one of the game's great stars. They've locked him up to a long-term contract. Looking forward to seeing the Japanese import Yoshida in left field for the Red Sox. And, of course, Alex Verdugo, a doubles machine. He's the Boston right fielder. But all eyes turn to Tommy Edman and the Cardinals against James Paxton, who again hasn't thrown a big league pitch in over 2 years. Tommy John surgery. He's had back problems. He's had hamstring problems. The Red Sox banking on him returning to form in 2019, where with the Yankees he went 15-6 on the season. So we're ready to go on a perfect night for baseball. Glad you're with us on Bally Sports Midwest as Paxton versus Edman gets tonight's game underway at Fenway Park. And a check swing. There's a break for Paxton. Strike 1. Edman at 239 on the year, 5 homers, 15 RBIs. Tommy a couple of hits away from 500 in his career. And that's back our way. And
that's in your lap, son. Oh,
out of reach.
They weren't kidding.
I told you.
Wow.
That's why you're here.
Do you notice I'm not moving?
I noticed that.
I'm not moving. The good thing is I can see where it's going to end up. Some people don't, but I am not moving. If I do move, it's under the table. Did you? Okay, first of all, you saw how close it got to us, right?
Yeah.
Did you see the spin on the ball?
Yeah.
That was about 2,200 RPM. That's faster than my hands can catch without a glove. And that was a slow spinning ball.
Well, as national broadcasters have found in this particular booth, foul balls can be dangerous to oneself.
Sometimes you should have to wear a cup up here if you don't be careful.
Exactly right. Tommy Edman, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Can you imagine if we came here and we both had gloves on? Everyone would look at us like we were crazy. Man, that's close.
We don't need the help. And strike 3, a high strike. And Nick Miley rings up Tommy Edman. Paxton has his first strikeout as a Boston Red Sox, and that's how the game starts.
This ball did look a little, I don't know if I would call that up, but I think it definitely got inside. We got a bird's eye view of the plate, too.
Goldie fouls one back, had a good rip. Not many Cardinals have had any head-to-head action with James Paxton, whose nickname is the Big Maple. He's from British Columbia. Has a no-hitter on his resume. That back in 2018. And a little low. Evens up the count. Well, you're right about our perch here at Fenway Park. We are right over the top of the batter's box.
It's definitely a different experience. I'll tell you, it's like being in the blimp and looking straight down. Don't get caught watching your monitor on a foul ball. You will wear one in the teeth.
At Old Tiger Stadium, Ernie Harwell, the Hall of Fame voice of the Tigers, broadcast with a glove and with a net.
I remember the net.
A little low, 3 balls and a strike. It was said at Tiger Stadium the broadcast booth was actually closer to the plate than the pitcher. We're not that fortunate here at Fenway, but still a great vantage point. The pitch.
I felt like the upper deck in right field was that way too. A lot closer to the pitcher.
Yeah.
It wasn't very tough to hit him up there.
And a base hit for Goldie with 1 out. And between the hole between Devers and Kike Hernandez. There goes the no-hitter. And the Cardinals have a man aboard here in the top of the first. 3rd hit on the road trip for Paul.
Just goes out and gets this right here. This is, I wouldn't call this a cutter. It might be more of a slider, just a little off velocity-wise. And that's the thing we're talking about. When you get down in the count, you make a mistake when it's soft. They got time to regroup, get their foot down, and then stay back and keep the swing going.
Wilson Contreras, your hitter. What a series he had against the Cubs, where he was born and raised as a major leaguer. And was he ever fired up? Not only was Wilson firing up his teammates, he was firing up the crowd at Wrigley.
I loved it. That's exactly what you want, to go in there the first day and have a big game.
That's back off to our right. One ball, 1 strike for the Cardinals designated hitter Wilson Contreras. 2 homers, 17 ribbies.
I need those. What are those wristbands they give you when you go on a cruise ship? That's how I feel up here. Get a little
queasy.
Yeah. Get a little seasick up here. This is an interesting view. There's nothing else like it in all of sports that I've seen so far.
They've done an amazing job of
this field. This place looks amazing right now.
Retrofitting it, the monster seats in left. I mean, there's so much to talk about, not just the game. As Paxton turns it loose, and at the bat, strike 3. Cardinals have taken strike 3 twice here in the first inning. So Nolan Arenado, he's back in Fenway Park with the Cardinals. Let's see if we can get some more of this.
Oh, heads up. Plymouth Rock Insurance.
Couple of homers, 4 RBIs the last time the Cardinals were in Boston.
Tell you what, we used to go to Wrigley, and I hated playing there at night, especially. It's funny, I got a text from Dylan Carlson the other day, and he said, "What do I do? It's dark. It's windy. I can't see the ball in the outfield. And I said, you know what you do? You hang with him for 3 days, because imagine playing there with the outfield being crowned and long and terrible. At least you got a flat surface. And I always thought when you came here it was so much fun because you have everything that Wrigley offers you, except for it's a better playing surface. And I thought it was, you know, when you play the outfield, you want to be able to run and be able to run on flat ground. And this place, it looks immaculate right now.
1 ball, 1 strike for Arenado. And Paxton filling up the strike zone. What an impressive beginning for him. At least to this point, he gave up the 1-out hit to Goldschmidt, 2 strikeouts, and now he's got Nolan set up. Swing and a drive. That's hammered toward the monster. That ball is a line drive rocket. And the Cardinals strike with 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's 2-0.
Tell you what, that's why I like these guys hitting in the same inning. I'd love to see them back to back, but I'm not in Ollie's seat. But you get to face both of those guys in 1 inning. Those two, 46 and 28, you're going to have your hands full at some point. And right here, just that cutter we were talking about earlier, getting in on the righties, it just didn't get in there. It's a good thing it hit that guy's hand. He might have put a hole in the little wall right there.
That was coming in hot.
See, what are you getting in the way of that ball for? I'm like, yeah, nothing. Play it off the wall and just toss it back in for a double. If you're the fan.
That's the biggest smile we've seen from Arenado in the last couple of weeks. Signs he's coming out of it began in Chicago. So Adam Wainwright's got a 2-0 lead, and Juan Yepez the hitter. Yepez has the left field assignment for the Cardinals tonight. Ollie trying to get in as many right-handed bats against Paxton as he can. Good to see the Cardinals start to hit the home run ball. That was coming during the 3-game win streak. This one is poked towards second. Tricky hop, but handled by Valdez, and the throw to first in time, and that'll retire the side. Nolan Arenado has hit his 4th homer, and the Cardinals lead 2-0. Continues to pound the baseball at Fenway Park. And now, Jimmy, Adam Wainwright, career start number 392, has a 2-0 lead as he faces the Red Sox tonight.
Yeah, this last week with the no decision. It's crazy to think that this is his 2nd game of the year. You look at the Hyundai pitch arsenal, and as Brad would say, the kitchen sink. You see everything. We know everything that he does. Doesn't throw the changeup a whole lot. It's going to have to be very creative tonight pitching in this ballpark, because it is something different to pitch here. Just try to stay away from that left field wall as much as possible. Try to keep guys from getting free passes, because those gaps also can be a pretty big deal during the game.
Boston has loaded its lineup with left-handed hitters, including Alex Verdugo, who leads off, and Waino missed outside. The Red Sox, since April 14th, lead Major League Baseball in hits, average, on base, and OPS. That's the challenge for Wainwright. Can he cool these guys off? They've won 6 straight here at Fenway Park. That just missed. And it's 3-0 to Verdugo, who's not afraid to take a base on balls. The Red Sox walk a lot, 127 times as a team. There we go, 3-1 your count.
See that sinker right there, how much it moved back? That's the other thing too. You get on the East Coast, it's nice and warm, but you still have the heavy air, even though the humidity's not super high today. But you're going to get some more run on the fastball.
And he's right back in the count, 3-2.
At that inside fastball, run it back. Next pitch, cutter, middle, run it in. He doesn't know what to look for right here. That's why he's stepping out. It was like when Greg Maddux used to do that. You would have to think back, okay, he's done that twice. If he's done that once, what's he going to do next? Going to throw it in there again.
Payoff pitch, and he got him from a 3-0 count. Waino struck him out looking.
Look at what he just did right there. He just crisscrossed the inside corner after he was down 3-0. I think he realized, look at the ball move. I think he realized after that 3-0 sinker, well, he hasn't thrown it very many of them yet, and all of a sudden that ball moves, and he's like, all right, I can always go back to that. And here, let me see if the cutter works. Strike 2, and then goes right back to that sinker. It is nasty.
This is Masataka Yoshida. He was the big import for the Red Sox this offseason, and he has not disappointed. 6 homers, 24 RBIs, hitting .298.
And you got to pitch the lefties in here too. Jeez, heads up. You want to keep the ball in the big part of the ballpark, and that is basically from left center field all the way around until about 10 feet to the foul pole and right. I don't know how anyone can hook that foul pole, but they do it. I don't have that game.
Named for Johnny Pesky, a Red Sox legend who didn't hit many home runs but did exactly that, just hooked it down the line. Here at Fenway Park, their retired numbers on the facade of the upper deck.
I think that would be an inside out right-handed hitter's dream.
On the ground, that'll sneak through for a base hit. Yoshida snaps and 0 for 10, and he's the first Boston base runner in tonight's play. Here's how the Cardinals line up defensively. That's presented by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. Lars Nootbaar plays the big field. That's right field here in Boston. You've got Dylan Carlson in center. We'll see how Yepez handles the Green Monster. The Cardinals were out early, taking outfield practice, if you will, in all angles at Fenway Park. Hopefully that extra work will come in handy here in game 1 tonight.
Hardest job on this field, 2 hardest jobs in this field, I think. Center fielder and the shortstop. Because the shortstop also has to go out for a fly ball to left field. The big wall, the left field wall, kicks the ball towards center, so wherever it hits, it's going to kick to the right, no matter what. So if you have to stay on the inside of it.
Might get 2 out of this. There's 1, and there is 2. Goldie with the stretch. That takes care of Justin Turner, and the Cardinals with a shutdown inning head to the second in game 1, leading 2-0. Dylan Carlson will lead off the second for the Cardinals. The Redbirds have hit 8 home runs now in their last 5 games. They've averaged a little under 7 runs per game in that stretch. Nolan Arenado's 2-run shot in the first inning on a 2-strike 2-out pitch makes that man happy. It's 2-0 after Adam Wainwright got a double play and sends us to inning number 2. Dylan hitting .226, couple of homers, 12 RBIs. I always wonder about hitters coming to this place and playing here once a year, about the bad habits that the Green Monster might lull you into at the plate.
Oh, for sure. You know what it is? It's really not, from what I've experienced, it's really not during the game what gets you. It's the habits you pick up really quick in batting practice. All of a sudden you're hooking everything as a right-handed hitter. If it's me, I'm Dylan Carlson and Tommy, I'm hitting left-handed. So I'm going to let that cutter get deep, fastball get deep, and I'm just going to try to shoot it that way. I mean, it's, what does it say, 310? And I think it's 298 or something, what they've always said in the past. But it's pretty short out there, and if all you barrel it up a little bit, stay behind the ball, you got yourself a double. And it's a lot different right-handed, because if you stay inside the ball right-handed, and you can hit it out there in the middle of nowhere, and there's a lot of ground out there to cover, but it stays up there forever.
There's a shot toward right, drifting back Verdugo, and plenty of room. That's exactly what you're talking about.
That ball left-handed, I know it's not the same, but that ball's borderline off the wall in left field. That's how short it is.
So 1 up, 1 down. Paul DeYoung is your hitter. Paul is our Kia player profile. He's been hot the last 3 games.
Well, when you see him do that, going the other way, it leads to stuff like this. And 5 for 11, that's nice, especially in Wrigley. But I think the key right there is you see him hit the ball the other way. That keeps him on the fastball, above the fastball. Then you see him hit the base hit. But what he does the best is the hanging slider. He kills because he's not trying to overdo it.
For DeYoung, amazing 14 home runs at Wrigley Field, 6 of them in the 9th inning, including a big one the other day for the Cardinals, who won 6-4 in the middle game. So as long as he keeps hitting, he's going to keep playing for St. Louis, and he's been excellent defensively too. Didn't get that. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes.
They even have some nice seats. They got some like glass booths up here that they've done. Press box. I love the fact that the windows go up and down.
Swing and a miss. Paxton has his 3rd strikeout, but maybe some more 2-out trouble coming up here.
So it's just a good hard fastball right there, but that's what's going to happen when you start getting the cutter inside for strikes successfully. All you got to do is go in there a couple times, and the right-handers will start pulling off a little bit, trying to hit that wall. So I think it's great to have Nootbaar in this lineup.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Want to have a few lefties in there for the Cardinals.
If I had a good team, which I think the Cardinals do as far as hitters wise, I would love to see 2 of them in there, and I would almost love to see, depending on how they see the ball. I mean, Robbie Alomar and a couple other guys, they would hit left-handed off Jim Abbott, and same reason, cutter going the other way. Just stay on it, hit the ball the other way, especially in this ballpark.
Well, Newt's certainly done that against lefties this year, hitting .400 against left-handed pitching.
I think that's why he's in there.
Pretty good chance. And he takes ball 4. He's not afraid to walk. He has walked 21 times. Got Andrew Kisner waiting behind him. The pitch.
And he heard us talking about all the ground balls he was hitting, so now he started lifting it in the air. Started hitting some homers.
So Paxton pitches around Nootbaar, a 4-pitch walk. The MLB Ballpark app. Complete your next visit to Busch Stadium. Buy and manage game tickets. Redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today.
That's exactly what I was talking about right there. Put a left-hander in the lineup. Look what happens. Fully blown out of his rhythm. 4 straight balls. It's just a different look. And right, you got to be more careful. You got to be more careful. You can't let the ball go early. Be sloppy. You hit somebody. Just changes the look.
Well, Andrew's gotten all the playing time behind the plate for the Cardinals, and that has really helped him at the plate. He's 7 for his last 21. And had a healthy rip there. He's done most of his damage too, Jim, early in the count. First 3 pitches is when he's been at his best.
Yeah, that's when he knows he's going to get a fastball, and then that's smart hitting too. Is you're going to get a fastball early in the count.
Andrew needs a moment to readjust. He'll dig back in. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. Outfield straightaway, plays him deep. Nootbaar, good lead at first. Not going. And that is tipped into the glove of Connor Wong. It's 0-2.
Is that 96 that I just saw?
This guy's got a good arm.
Ooh.
He had 186 strikeouts in 150 innings 4 years ago while with the Yankees.
I realize he has 138 starts. I mean, you said he's been hurt for a long time, but he had a promising career up until he got hurt.
Left side of the Red Sox infield thought Kisner went too far, but they don't get a vote. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You don't see too many guys. He's 57 and 33 with a 3.5 ERA. And you start losing years to that, somebody's losing pretty much an ace.
Well, they could use one. The Red Sox very similar to the Cardinals in this regard. Their starting pitching has been problematic for them. Their starting staff a 6.01 ERA. Their bullpen has been excellent. They're down 2-0 tonight. Hit high in the air toward right. Verdugo drifting back, still going, still going. Look at that ball carry, and he makes the grab. A step onto the warning track at the 380 sign. Rafael Devers coming to the plate for Boston. They trail it 2-0. In the second, he's got a 2-0 lead. Jim, with that in mind, what are your Toyota keys to the game tonight?
Well, I'm going to go with one key tonight, and it's just for Adam pitch. Just get out there and do what he normally does. And what I love about it is he is going to naturally get up for this game because of this ballpark. So all he has to do is finish it off by hitting his spots and just doing his job by just pitching.
Waino, 5 innings, 8 hits, no walks in his first start of the season against the Tigers. How would you evaluate how he did?
I thought he did pretty well. And I think he lost it a little bit at the end. But, I mean, I think he pitched better maybe than the numbers showed. But, you know, it's hard when he's out of there after 4 or 5 innings. You're not used to that. And so just when he starts to get his groove going, he gave up a couple of runs and they got him out of there. But that's why I'm kind of thought it'd be interesting to watch him pitch tonight, especially in this ballpark.
And especially against this guy. Devers, one of the best hitters in baseball. Rafael leads the American League in homers with 11. He's knocked in 34 runs. And there is no Mookie Betts, there's no Xander Bogaerts, but there is Rafael Devers still in a Red Sox uniform.
Well, if he keeps getting this pitch inside to move like he's getting it to move, he's going to give these left-handers fits. Because this sinker has got some depth to it today. See what he did there? He went the sinker, strike, tried to go cutter in. It didn't work. He threw it away. So what did we do? We tried to do it again.
First two pitches, 20 miles an hour of separation.
The curveball and the sinker.
Now the 3-1. Right there, full count. This is how the game began. Verdugo was ahead 3-0, but Bueno struck him out looking.
If he had a really nice, just easy four-seam changeup right here, he'd spin him into the ground. He's seen fastball in, cutter in. There it is, curveball. But you see that, and you see the left-hander that hit before him get the same treatment. You got to think inside, so you speed up. There you go. Slow curve and sinker. First two pitches. 67 and 87.
High pop fly toward left. Yepez on the run. Still coming. He's going to get there. He handles his first chance cleanly. One up, one down as we join the pride of Emerson College here in Boston, Jim Hayes.
1 year there. First time in left field at Fenway Park for Juan Yepez, his first time dealing with the Green Monster. Juan was out extra early today working with Willie McGee to prepare. Juan told me the key is knowing you have to stay back a little and always be ready to play the carom chip. Juan told me Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz were two of his favorites growing up, and he gets a thrill just being here at Fenway.
Did you ever play left here, Jimmy?
One time. I had a bad a sore knee or a sore hamstring, and Tony said, I think I was swinging the bat pretty well, and he said, why don't you play left for a couple days? I was like, are you crazy? And he said, when we go to Boston, I'm pitching the left. And man, I argued with him forever, but I ended up making the right call because there's not a whole lot of movement out there. It's not a lot of fun, but it's almost like, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but here it's almost like playing first base, except for you're not bending over and your back's not killing you the next day.
Jaron Duran, the Boston center fielder, is up. This kid's off to a flying start. All he's done is hit .372 and hitting .421 in his home ballpark.
Well, this is a great place to hit, especially for lefties.
Dustin Pedroia saw this kid in batting practice a couple of weeks ago and said, let it fly, and he has done that. That's off the plate. 3 balls and a strike.
Just 26 years old.
All the way back in that left-hand batter's box. The pitch. Right now, Adam is corner to corner.
His location is pretty good right now, and if he can stay right here, he's not even having to throw his breaking ball yet. So he's got that weapon later on during the game.
Keep an eye on his pitch count. He's already had now 3 full counts. And a pitch clock violation, so that's going to be a base on balls without throwing a pitch. And Kisner's arguing with Nick Marley about that.
Well, you know Kisner's got a beef because he even looked into Ollie like, help me here. Like, this is ridiculous. But I thought somebody called timeout.
I thought Kis did.
Me too. Why else would Adam back off?
Well, just get a double play. That's what happened in the first inning. Tristan Casas is the batter. #1 pick back in 2018. Ground ball. There you go. There's one. And Bueno to the bag. Stretches out and in time. Check the hammy, Bueno. But 2 double plays in the first 2 innings. And the Cardinals hold a 2-0 lead with the top of the order coming up at Fenway Park. Tumbler giveaways back on Friday, May 19th when the Cardinals host the Dodgers. 25,000 fans, 16 and up, take home their own stainless steel tumbler featuring Yadier Molina. That's courtesy of Coca-Cola and Quick Trip. Visit cardinals.com/promotions and get all the details. Chip, Jim, and Jim from Fenway Park. 2-0 Cardinals. Man, has Cardinal Nation shown up at Fenway Park for this weekend? They are everywhere.
They are everywhere. I walked down the street today and it was just Cardinal red. People walking around in jerseys and talking and having a blast.
Edman, a fly ball toward right center. And who wants this? It'll be Verdugo. And there is out number one. Tough break for Kisner's last at bat.
I was going to say, people talk about the Green Monster so much, and it's only 298 feet down there. You don't realize that right field is deeper than any other ballpark in America, and that's probably a home run that he had, at least in half of the ballparks. It's 380 to right field. Most ballparks are about 370, 365 in the gap.
Goldie a single and scored on Arenado's 2-run homer. That's where we stand. Bounced foul. Speaking of Cardinal fans, ran into a couple of film students from Boston University before the game. Neil Lawrence and Patrick Castlerock. They're huge Cardinal fans. They don't miss a game. They're here at Fenway this weekend. And that's inside the bag down the right field line. Goldie's 2 for 2. Good job by Verdugo to cut that off. That's a fun adventure when the ball hugs the wall here.
Yeah, you know, that's why he was over there. You don't want that ball to get by you in right fielder. It's Triple City, and he did a nice job. I think they swing over that way. You got to do this when you're the home team. You have to be comfortable playing in your own ballpark. And so you can see Goldie, he almost didn't even know where it went. Thought he fouled it off, but see Verdugo playing way over into right field.
So 1 on, 1 out, a chance to add on here for Contreras. And he takes strike 1. Wilson 1 for 8 at Fenway Park in his career. Time to change that. That's blooped down the right field line. Long run. Verdugo still coming. He'll make the grab at the line. Heck of a play with that wall coming up fast. And Wilson is retired. He's the second out.
Well, I'll tell you what, the combination of the ball being thrown inside with the cutter and with the fastball from Paxton, he knows when that ball gets inside. The thing for me is, as a good outfielder, if you make your pitch, the right fielder, he knows the ball's not going into right center. It's going to be blooped into the corner over there or into shallow right field. So you can cheat over, especially when you see the catcher move inside, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving in right now. That's how you play defense. You have to think about it. Okay, if he makes his pitch and he gets it in on this righty, what's he going to do with it? Well, this guy's going to bloop it. This guy's going to bloop it. This guy might hit a line drive. So you start walking in and getting closer to the wall.
Swing and another shot by Nolan. This one's going to racky-tack off the wall. A line drive single for Nolan. Wow.
Blistered single.
It was hit so hard, Goldie had to stop at second, but Arenado is 2 for 2.
When you go in there against him, you better get it in there. It's like we talked about. He does not like to get beat by a fastball. Man, you better get it in there.
And Arenado's starting to look like a man ready to bust out. Remember, he had a first inning triple in the finale against the Cubs that drove in a run. And that ball 110 off the monster for a 2 for 2 game. Here's Yepez.
Just another dent in the wall out there.
There's a bunch of them. Looks like the moon surface.
Have you been out there?
Yeah.
You seen all those dents?
It's amazing.
It is.
Yepez grounded out to second. That ended the 2-run Cardinal first. All the struggles St. Louis has had at times offensively, they've been very good this year in 2-out run scoring chances. Let's see if Juan can keep that up. And he wants his time.
I would too if I got 97 under my hands for a strike. Oh my gosh. Good
speed aboard for the Cardinals. 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. And in the dirt. Nice stop.
This is a guy that, you know, you have to have the ability to adjust, right? So you have to have a little bit of awareness in what you can and cannot do. For me, I back off the plate a tiny little bit, enough that they can't tell, but also enough to get the inside corner from underneath my hands. That's just a tough pitch to hit. You see his elbow right there? If he throws that ball in that corner, that's a tough pitch to hit. And if you start trying to hit it, you're going to be susceptible to all the other breaking stuff. And so if it's me, I would kind of move away a little bit. You don't want that cutter keep coming in. You start chasing.
That is almost a lost art, is it not? Moving in the box?
Yeah, I think guys get a little you know, everyone wants to be in the same spot. They feel the same thing, but I think it's worth it.
Tipped and caught. And that will end the Cardinals' third. Goldie's 2 for 2. Arenado's 2 for 2. And the Cardinals lead by 2 after 2.5. One from Fenway Park, a 2-run homer from Nolan Arenado. Adam Wainwright's gotten 2 double plays in his first 2 innings. And now the lower third coming up for the Red Sox. It'll start with Kike Hernandez.
One of shoes.
Handful of Dodgers.
Well, I think he might still have his Dodgers shoes on. Those mint green. Those are fancy. You know, there was a day when those wouldn't even cross the entrance of the stadium. They would have Major League Baseball down everyone's throat.
In the air toward right. Nootbaar on the run, slowing near the track, and over by the pesky pole, hauls that in. And Adam gets the leadoff man here in the 3rd inning. 1 out. Emmanuel Valdez, the hitter, but first a quick word from Tickets for Less.
Tickets for Less, for a better ticketing experience. Best seats, best prices, and no surprises at checkout.
Emmanuel Valdez, 6 RBIs, all of them in the last 9 games for Boston, and takes a strike. One guy they are missing is Trevor Story. Big contract. Story's been hurt. So Valdez getting a lot of run at second base for Boston of late.
I totally forgot about that too, because I was walking here and I saw a guy coming at me with a Rockies jersey on, and I thought, what in the heck? And then he walked by and it said Story on the back, and I was like, so random. I forgot he was hurt. Tough to keep up, man. Free agency these days. Trades and free agencies and all these different guys moving around, moving parts.
Good 2-strike pitch from Waino there. Trying to get the kid to swing at it. Didn't. And it's 1-2.
Well, I think interesting too is he hasn't had to use it a lot, so now it's a show me pitch, right? Oh, is he going to throw that again? He's known to throw a lot of breaking balls, so now you can lock him up with the fastball. That was an interesting thing I learned when Darryl Kyle was alive, and he was talking, and he said, when my breaking ball is not good, I throw it a lot. I want him to think about it. And when it's really good, I save it till I need it. And I thought, what the heck? And it made sense after I thought about it for about 2 days. But I had to ask him a couple times because, you know, and I'm standing behind him. I kind of like to know if he's going to throw it more or not, more or less.
That's another lost start, I think, too. Pitchers showing their entire arsenal the first time through the order.
Yeah.
Or first inning even.
Yeah, and you see a lot of guys that are really good, especially the veterans. They will stay with 1 or 2 or 2 or 3 pitches early and try to save a pitch. But what's that? I can't think that he's thrown more than 3 curveballs until this at bat right here, and that's 2. So yeah, he's definitely saving it, but he's got the cutter and the fastball working so far.
That one backed up over the inside corner, and Wainwright has his 2nd strikeout.
Or not. Pretty gracious strike zone right there. But like I said, every pitch backs up. If you throw the same pitch 5 times in a row and you get some movement, and the one time you throw it without the movement, the umpire is expecting the movement. It comes back, but doesn't come back all the way. They used to drive me insane with Greg Pitt and Maddox pitching, man. I was like, the ball's going to hit you, and then they're calling it a strike. And he just had so much, and he took so much velocity off of it that it almost like shock you. You could almost move and then stay back and try to hit it again. It was like a changeup, but it made it run even more.
Lost in that 3rd strike call was how softly Kisner presented that pitch for the home plate umpire.
I just think he's just getting better and better each day as far as he gets comfortable. I still think there's so much to be said about not looking over your shoulder.
Connor Wong skies that out of play.
I mean, just look at how he's sitting back there right now. Very comfortable. It's on a knee right there. That ball was on the black, and he just sat there with the glove. And Connor Wong almost hit it out of his glove, but you see, kids didn't even flinch. Look at him, just very little movement.
On the ground to short. DeYoung's got it, and is pegged to first in time, and Buenos faced the minimum through 3 innings. The Cardinal veteran enjoys a 2-0 lead after 3. Through 3 scoreless innings, the Cardinals bats go back to work. Dylan Carlson, Paul DeYoung, and Lars Nootbaar against James Paxton, who again is making his first appearance in a big league game in 765 calendar days. This man's made 6 starts in the last 4 years because of all those injuries. Amazing. Can't help but root for a guy like this after all he's been through.
Well,
but not tonight.
I was going to say, he's got too good of stuff to root for him tonight.
That's in for a strike.
You know what's really interesting too is when you're hurt that long and you have so many different injuries, come back. Not only is it velocity, but he's got his control.
Look, 95, 96 is plenty good. Right?
Yeah, more than plenty.
Now Dylan's got some work.
This is where it's tough right here. When anything coming in, especially when you know that if you're paying attention, you see a guy like Yepez get tied up early, especially with 2 pitches inside, and they're calling him for strikes, and then you look up and see 97. You're hitting behind him. That's in your head for the rest of the day, and you know he's got a cutter. I think at some point as a hitter you have to look out over the plate and hope in the first 3 pitches he gives you something to hit, because hitting these pitches in here, if he spots them up, is impossible. Like that.
You heard Dylan.
He's right.
Say that ball was in, but Paxton gets his 5th strikeout.
Well, I like that he's saying something though.
Well, let's flash back. April 5th, 2018. James Paxton.
I'm not really sure that I want to watch this. Is this
Minneapolis?
Something bad here.
It's opening day, and let's just say the
Eagles like,
took
wait,
issues with the young man from Canada.
Wait, where? Come on, I want to hang out. I don't know what you would do right there. Those talons have got to be pretty sharp, huh? Oh my God, do you run? It's like running from the bear.
Or a dog. No, I'm not moving.
I wish you wouldn't have showed me. That's going to be nightmares.
Well, he's pitched well tonight, but a 2-run homer in the first is the difference in the game. Paul DeYoung, the hitter, and didn't get that. 97. He's getting loose. And this is something the Red Sox are desperately looking for. Their starting staff ERA over 6. And back-to-back strikeouts, 6 in total tonight and 3 in a row.
Take a look here at the Chevy pitch tracks. This is what I'm talking about. It's just these pitches are not hittable in there. And if he's going to call him for strikes, you got to be ready to swing early, or, like I said, make an adjustment and back off the plate a little bit, because obviously you're not going to go away.
This man has been a strikeout pitcher. His career high, 16 of them in one major league game.
Isn't that funny though, that that's a strike into the righty, but it's a ball to the lefty, and it's the same spot?
Look at where the umpire sets up.
Way up. Usually it's the other way around. Usually the umpire will give it to you on the outer side, not being able to see the hole outside the plate, and won't give you the inner side because he's right on top of it.
Had the balloon protector disappeared in the American League by the time you played? Or were they all inside?
I think so, yeah.
Just checking.
The balloon protector. I watched enough baseball as a kid, though, to kind of laugh at that. I actually thought at one point they should bring that back and be able to put the umpire right over the top of the strike zone.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
You want to explain what a balloon protector is?
It's the outside chest protector, right? What else do you call it?
I don't even know where to start with that one. That's pretty good, though. The outside chest protector.
I like balloon better. 2-2 pitch. Here it is. Full count.
I think
doing his thing.
that first word balloon makes your mind wander into like a balloon, and then chest protector comes later, and you're thinking, well, some people probably didn't even hear you said chest protector. Just thinking we're talking about a balloon.
Inside corner. Paxton just struck out the side looking.
All three of them on balls too.
As he gets ready for his fourth inning, with that in mind, let's check out what happened last time against the Tigers. That's your AT&T Fiber fast pitch.
Boy, you look and see right there. That's what we were talking about. He kind of petered out there at the end, and it wasn't that they were doing lots of damage. It was just, I think, at the end of his, the adrenaline starts to come down. That's why I think this starts him all over again here in this ballpark, this second outing. You know how well he does after he struggles, and he didn't struggle, but following a loss or following a bad outing for him, he always makes a nice return, and that's what I was expecting tonight, especially at this ballpark. I mean, you can't beat it.
Alex Verdugo struck out looking after getting ahead 3-0. And that's in for a strike. Classic look for Adam Wainwright. High socks. Crimson cap. And ready to roll with his 1-1 pitch for Verdugo, a doubles machine for Boston. Try to yank that to right and hit the top half of the baseball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I think if you're a doubles machine in this ballpark, you are probably inside out if you're a lefty.
Verdugo, a former Dodger.
A few of them here, huh?
A lot of them. The pitch. There's a line drive toward left. That's a fair ball, and there's that double. This came with 2 strikes, and he'll stand at second. The tying run comes to the plate for the Red Sox here in the 4th inning. That's only their second hit.
Talk about him being a Dodger. I can't believe he's been here 4 years now. Take a look at this right here. That's what I'm talking about, inside out in the baseball. But you can see the 2-seamer does not get where he wants it to get. It was supposed to be inside off the plate. That ball was just started off middle. It's how much it's running though tonight. You can definitely tell the difference in the air.
Yoshida, the batter, he has the first hit and takes a strike.
I'm telling you right now, if it's me, I am 4-seaming and 2-seaming left and right and cutters in there all day long. I am throwing a 4-seamer in there and then a 2-seamer in there to run, and then right when he gets a little defensive, I'm throwing a 4-seamer that stays in there. Then I'm going to cut you in there, and I am going to forget about my breaking ball.
Right at Nootbaar and right. Let's see if the runner tries to tag. There's the catch, and they're not going to challenge his arm, and a perfect strike.
That's when you throw it right at the runner on second base.
1 on, 1 out. Let's check in again with Jimmy.
Yeah, our BJC Healthcare injury report. Tyler O'Neill has a back issue. He's been taking BP back in St. Louis. Ali Marmol hopes he'll be ready to go out in a rehab by Tuesday. Packy Naughton has a forearm issue. Threw his first bullpen today, so he's making progress. And Jake Woodford has a shoulder issue. He's expected to start throwing off the mound in about a week. So, Chip, some guys are on the mend.
Sounds good. Love to hear that. As Adam Wainwright back to work, Justin Turner into a double play his first time up. You mentioned the Dodgers. Kike Hernandez, Justin Turner, Alex Verdugo, and Kenley Jansen, their closer. We reached a milestone in Atlanta.
I'm going to have to go with there's some phone calls that were being made in the offseason. Hey, come check this out. It's a pretty good place to play.
And I think what's so surprising is not many expected this kind of start for Boston. Last year they finished under 500, their first losing year since 2015. They had a disastrous year against their Eastern Division opponents, but tonight they start play 6 over 500.
They're 8 out of their last 10. You said they've won 6 in a row here.
At home, yeah.
13-7 at home, 9-9 on the road. You basically can't draw it up any better than that unless you're the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and you're 30-9. That is almost unfair. That's like in the old days when there was only 2 divisions, you know.
You win the pennant, you go to the World Series. No playoffs. But I think about that. In the AL East,
30 games over 500 and be in second place.
Yeah, I mean, the Yankees are 3 games over 500, and they're in last place. And already 9 games back.
9 games out.
But still a long way to go.
Oh, so long.
3 balls and a strike. And fouled straight back. It's 3-2.
I think it was last year in the Mets in Atlanta were like kind of, wasn't it the Mets? One of the two was running away with it early on. I think it was the Mets, right? And I said, you watch. I said, Atlanta is going to make this a close race. And as time went on, I just didn't think the Mets were as good as the Braves at the time. And as time went on, you just wait. And I'm talking, we're talking in July, you know. And you can see we played the Braves, and I thought, all right, this team's going to be climbing right up everyone's butt here pretty soon. And then the next week it's 8 games, and the next week it's 6 games, and the next week it's 5, and then 4, and all of a sudden they're tied with a month left to play.
Waino wanted strike 3 here.
I don't know why you would. It's right there at the top of the zone.
Must have sounded like a ball. So 2 on, 1 out, and now you've got to face Devers with 2 men aboard. He flied out to left.
I wonder if he buckled the umpire. Wow, did you see that?
Ground ball, backs up Goldschmidt. Waino to the bag, runners advance.
He stepped on the mound with 3 seconds left and threw the pitch without even doing anything. Just came set and threw a breaking ball.
We'll break that down after we remind you Sunday, May 21st, the Cardinals and Dodgers play at Busch Stadium. 25,000 fans, 16 and up, take home a Cardinals golf umbrella. This green umbrella features iconic Cardinals Hall of Famers. For tickets and info, visit cardinals.com/promotions. And now the Cardinals are going to give Waino a break here after he sprinted to the bag to record out number 2 of the inning.
I thought that was interesting because this is where we talk about the stress, right? You kind of, even though we know these rules, he went to the back of the mound for a split second and he looked up at the clock, and the clock was at 5 and he wasn't even anywhere near the rubber, and he climbed back up on the mound. He came set and threw a breaking ball. I don't know if Kisner had 2 down or if they had talked about it, or you can put it, you know, he can call the pitch on the pitch comm way before. But I thought it was interesting because with 2 seconds, he stepped on the rubber, came set, and let go of the ball.
And got it out.
With a second, and yeah, and then he swung. I thought, well, I would never swing at this pitch right here because everything's being rushed.
Well, let's take care of Duran. Jaron walked his first time up. 2nd and 3rd in a 2-0 game. Broken bat, little flare into right base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes Turner around. Throw comes into second, and Waino victimized by a broken bat hit to tie the game.
It's just a breaking ball that just comes back across the plate. Check this out. This is not him right here. This is why I'm saying he hasn't thrown a lot of them. That ball stayed up and stayed. Those are the balls they hit, right? I told you the other day, the ball gets down by the hitter's feet or the catcher in front of the catcher's glove, they're unhittable. If the catcher catches it for a strike, those are the balls that are playable, and that one right there kind of just went sideways and stayed right up there for him to hit.
So that and the missed 3rd strike on Turner, which would have helped end the inning. Instead, Boston's tied the game 2 apiece. And here's Tristan Casas. Tristan, the Boston first baseman, he hit into a double play to end the 2nd. So 2 big 2-out hits for both offenses. We've got a new game in the 4th inning. It's 2-2 score.
It's a big kid right here too. He's 6'4", 250, 23 years old. Back to your prototypical first baseman, first round pick.
First round in 2018.
What took you so long?
Yeah. Man, oh man. Had a cup of coffee with Boston last year.
Been 23 years old, so he's out of high school, I would assume, right? He's out of Florida. Still super young.
American Heritage High School in Plantation, Florida. His brother plays at Jordan Montgomery's alma mater, the University of South Carolina. And now the 1-2. Good block.
Born in the year 2000.
Had to say that, didn't you?
Yeah, for both of us. Take a look at this block right here. He just no chance to pick it. He knows if he stays in front of it, he's going to have a chance to throw him out at second. And that ball bounced in front of the plate.
Ron 6 stolen bases, leads at first, has a good advantage there, and there's a shot that's going to kiss the chalk, and it's going to bounce into the stands.
Well, that was a great ball play by the ball girl. It's all right, you can't give it back.
Oh.
Keep it. What do I do? Don't fudge, she said.
That cost the Red Sox a run. That'll be a double on error.
I don't know, Chip. I think this ball bounces right to the right fielder right there. I don't think it matters. That's just experience talking right there, my friend. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much for catching that ball anyways.
And thank you for saying fudge.
Yes.
Family show. Kike Hernandez hits. Big spot in the game. Kike flied out his first time up. Big swing, didn't get it. Strike one.
Fudge.
Well, you get a break. Let's see if Adam can take advantage of it. A missed third strike, big in this inning. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Wainwright threw 38 pitches in the first 3 innings. He's about to make his 22nd here in the 4th. Boston with 2 runs, 3 hits, and a walk. There are 2 outs.
See that couple curveballs that he's thrown. He hasn't thrown very many, and you can see they're not the typical curveballs. You see the last one just went straight left into the batter's box on the left-hand side. So it's what I was saying, if you don't throw it a lot, kind of a different mechanic right there, but he's going to need it later on in the game.
Two and 2 for Hernandez, who's playing shortstop tonight. He's been the Boston center fielder in seasons past. The pitch. Little tapper that's slowly hit towards second, and the peg to first will end the inning. Boston ties it up on a broken bat hit. New game as we head to the 5th. It's 2-2. Everybody wants to be famous. The ball girl is so tonight on our T-Mobile coverage cams.
She has now made her mark. It's a heck of a play, though.
Yep.
That's what that lady behind her said. Heck of a play, young lady. Just don't do it again.
So after she made the grab on the hot smash, that held Jarren Duran at third base. Wainwright got a ground ball to get out of the inning, and now the Cardinals have to find a way to hit James Paxton, who has struck out the last 4 hitters, Jim. The last 3 called third strikes. Andrew Kisner had a good approach his first time up, hit the ball a country mile, but
Wrong side of the ballpark.
Big ballpark swallowed that up, so he's 0 for 1. Would you say that would have been a home run in how many parks?
I thought it was 15, which I still think that some of the names on the list would have been a home run in a few. PNC is the one that surprised me. That's definitely a home run in Pittsburgh. I don't know what they're counting.
Maybe they meant he had to hit it to Forbes Field.
He had to hit it into the river.
Yeah.
I still think the ball girl probably doesn't need a helmet with the hands that she's got down there. I was just kind of watching that flap. Big helmet. Really big peanut head helmet things they got.
Like Kazoo?
Yeah. She's got better hands than some of the guys in the field. There she is.
The pitch. Another chance in right, but this one not as deep. Who wants it? It'll be the center fielder. Duran's got it, and Kisner is retired. He's out number 1. Top of the order coming up for the Cardinals. First, a quick word from Rally House.
Play ball, St. Louis. Shop the latest in Cardinals style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
Tommy Edman 0 for 2. He is struck out and flied out. Paxton is set down 5 in a row. Amazing stat when James struck out the Cardinals looking in the 4th inning. All 3 hitters. First time in 759 career innings he had struck out the side all looking. Nice way to debut. Big swing, didn't get that. It's tipped foul. 0-2. So after a 2-strike count, Edman takes a second to regroup here. Don't want to be trailing these Red Sox with their bullpen. The pitch driven out of play, right side.
See what he's done now. He has pounded everyone in, and now you see a changeup away, fastball away, another fastball away. Guys are opening up just a little bit, just in case.
Pitch count not a problem for Paxton, just now over the 80 pitch threshold in game 1.
We're talking about how the veterans change up their pitching style as he's doing it right now. He's starting to throw a little bit more off speed, changing his location.
And another strike 3 looking.
Bigger breaking ball right there.
8 strikeouts. And 2 are out. Tuesday, May 16th, we celebrate Mental Health Awareness Night presented by NAMI St. Louis. Fans buying a special theme ticket get a Cardinals Mental Health Awareness cap. Go to cardinals.com/theme for all the information. As good as Paxton has been, he's not been able to solve Paul Goldschmidt or Nolan Arenado. That duo has 4 hits. In fact, those are the only 4 hits so far for the Cardinals. And inside, ball 2. Little tapper. That's going to spin foul. And count evens to Paul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cardinals have seen Paxton before. He pitched his first road game as a big league hurler in 2017 at Busch Stadium. 6 shutout innings of 2-hit ball. He gave up 2 to Arenado in the first inning on a line drive homer. The pitch is swung on and missed, and it's 9 strikeouts through 5 innings for Paxton. He's got new life. Cardinals 2, Red Sox 2. Tied at 2. Game 2 tomorrow afternoon, and here are your Verizon projected starters. 2 more left-handers. Steven Matz and Chris Sale will lock horns in the middle game of 3.
Be an interesting game to watch. Both these lefties. ERAs are a little higher than normal. Talk about crossfiring, huh? Chris Sale. Ooh. Looks like he's stepping in first base bullpen and then throwing strikes.
He's another guy with great stuff that has been hurt the last several years for Boston. Boy, they've got to be delighted with what Paxton gave him tonight. 9 strikeouts in 5 innings. He was getting pats on the back and handshakes. Hopefully he's out of the game.
I'm with you on that. I don't care what your ERA is in the bullpen. I don't want to see that guy anymore.
That's Josh Winkowski. He's getting loose for Boston as this ball is rolled foul at first.
Not too many guys going to come in and crossfire 97 into righties.
Before this half inning started, we saw Adam Wainwright talking with Nick Marley. Adam went all the way to the first base side of the diamond. I was having a nice conversation as this ball's whacked toward right. It's going to carry out of here. Emmanuel Valdez has hit a home run into the first row, and Boston has the lead. second home run for the young Boston second baseman.
This is a breaking ball right here that just doesn't get down all the way. It's amazing when you keep your hands back and hit the barrel how far the ball actually goes. Not even a hard swing, just hit the ball in the barrel.
Another high fly ball. This one crushed toward left. Will the park hold that one? It is gone. Back-to-back homers. Long snaps in 0 for 15, and the Red Sox have a 2-run lead.
This ball's just up.
So the 8-9 hitters for Boston hit back-to-back homers. And now the Cardinals want to talk this over. The St. Louis bullpen starting to stir. Guys are pacing around in right.
That's the last homer went a long way up there, didn't it?
Over the monster at 379.
Which isn't that far, but still, it just looked like it just kept going and going. The wind has died completely down. It's blowing straight down, as they will say. Flag is not moving at all.
But not down enough.
No, it's not.
So it's the second time the Red Sox have gone back-to-back. Let's not see 3 in a row. It's been 12 years for Boston since that's happened. So the Cardinals have to find a way, Jim, to fight back here in the last 4 innings on the road. What was a 2-0 lead is now a 4-2 deficit.
What was the worst part about giving up the lead here is these fans all of a sudden are going to start yelling and screaming and getting behind their team. A little life in the building all of a sudden. Nothing like a couple of back-to-back homers to get the crowd back into it, huh?
2-0 pitch is low. 3-0. Verdugo had the green light. Why not? You got the lead. He doubled and scored in the 2-run 4th for the Red Sox. They've got 2 here in the 5th. Foul back. Andre Palante is starting to warm up. Breaking ball caught at first. Goalie speared that. If he doesn't, that's 2 bases or maybe more. There's your first out.
We got the ball girl down there. We're good.
A good point. Let's enjoy a quick word now from BJC Healthcare. Yoshida is the batter. Yoshida was remarkable in the World Baseball Classic for Japan. 13 RBIs for the WBC champs. He had an amazing streak going at the start of this month. And look, I know we're not even halfway through May yet, but entering their last series against the Braves, This man did not have a swing and a miss in the month of May until Charlie Morton struck him out. So when you talk about, in today's parlance, bat to ball skills, I'd say he's got a lot of them.
He hasn't even offered at any of those pitches yet so far.
That's out of play. He's 29 years old, was a star with the Oryx Buffaloes. And now stares down Adam Wainwright with a 2-2 pitch.
It used to be the Blue Wave. Changed the name.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a lot of baseball history back there, and thought I was just making sure I wasn't losing my mind.
His Oryx club in 2022 won the Japanese series title. First time they did that in over a quarter century. And with 2 strikes, he hits that into the right field corner. Newt chases that down, and his WBC teammate stands at second with a 1-out double. Yoshida 2 for 3.
Two-seamer again. This ball's in. This is just a good piece of hitting right here. That ball is on the edge of the plate, if not.
So Dusty Blake, the Cardinal pitching coach, is on his way out, and the Redbirds will talk it over, trailing 4-2 here in the 5th inning. So Jimmy, what's shaking?
Yeah, Lars Nootbaar got to know Masataka Yoshida very well, playing together on Team Japan at the World Baseball Classic. Nootbaar told me Yoshida's talent was obvious as soon as he saw him play. He said, he's a special player. I knew right away he would be a solid major league player. He's got such a great approach. Jim Newt said when Adam Jones saw him the first time, he called him the Japanese Juan Soto. High praise.
No question. Patience. Hits line drives all over the place. Hasn't worked out that way a lot of this year for Juan Soto and the Padres, but you're right, Yoshida's been a big part of this Boston turnaround, and they're trying to pull away in the 5th inning with another runner in scoring position for Justin Turner. More pitches up for Wainwright the last couple of innings.
I feel like his legs may be getting a little bit more tired with not having a lot of games under his belt right now.
Justin Turner and his teammate Kenley Jansen, the only players to play in the last 9 postseasons. And now teammates with the Red Sox. Boston 2.5 games behind Baltimore for second in the AL East. Entering play tonight, the pitch. Driven toward right. Nootbaar will have room. Yoshida will tag at second and hold up. He's not going to run on Newt. Good play. And there's your second out.
What's interesting is I don't think there's a lot to this, but looking at velocity from Waino tonight, everything is just a tick below his first start. And I mean a tick below, which is not a lot for pitching, as far as maybe 1.5 miles to 2 miles an hour slower per average pitch tonight, even all the way down through the breaking ball. So I don't know if that's interesting to see what he's going to say after the game, because I thought the movement on the fastball and the cutter were great. I think he just kind of lost it there for a minute. What I saw too is, we were talking about the curveball not going down anymore. It was kind of coming across, and ever since those few curveballs, it looks like he's falling off towards first base a lot more than he was. And then now the location is he's lost it a little bit. Hasn't been as sharp, let's say.
85th pitch coming for Wainwright. He threw 90 on May 6th against the Tigers. Two balls and a strike for Rafael Devers. Popped him up. And Carlson in center right by the Boston Bee is going to make the grab. And back-to-back homers put Boston in front as we head to the 6th inning. Our Budweiser What's on Tap. There's the trio that'll try to get things tied for the Cardinals. Cardinals Kids Clinic registration is open now. It's time to register your son or daughter age 7 through 13 for an unforgettable experience. Scheduled special guests include Brendan Donovan and Ryan Helsley. Register now at cardinals.com/clinics. Well, the good news is James Paxton is out of the game. The bad news is the Red Sox lead by 2, and Josh Winkowski, who's had a good year out of the bullpen, is on to face the Birds. Wilson Contreras leading off. Winkowski was acquired from the Mets, a big 3-team deal 2 years ago. And that deal involves Steven Matz. This ball hit a long way by Contreras, and that one's going to sail over the bullpens. An absolute bomb by Contreras. Opposite field power makes it a 1-run game.
Wow, that ball is crushed. I'm telling you, that's a long way over that bullpen for a right-hander to hit it up there. Whew.
BJC Healthcare difference maker. That brings the Cardinals to within 1.
I mean, that is staying behind the ball right there. That is such a long way, right-handed. Man.
Well, let's get a couple more. Nolan Arenado's had a perfect night. He's 2 for 2. That hit by Contreras, the first hit by a Cardinal not named Paul Goldschmidt or Nolan Arenado tonight.
So you're saying we have 5.
Nolan's first hit was a missile and bounced off the Cardinals dugout. 1 ball, 1 strike. Take a look at his home run metrics courtesy of Google Cloud. It's our StatCast 3D feature.
On a line too. Oof.
There's a base hit by Nolan. He's 3 for 3, and folks, here he comes. Here comes Nolan Arenado.
He's not going to get beat with a fastball. And he proved that, and you know he can stay on the breaking ball, and that's when he's seeing the ball well. That's the thing for him. If he's getting beat by the fastball, you're going to see the swings and misses on the stuff in the dirt and the chases. When he's on the fastball, he's very few guys that can slow himself down, because now he feels comfortable that his bat speed is there and he stays on everything. When he feels like he can't catch it to the fastball is when he starts cheating a little bit, and that's when they can get him out with the breaking ball, and that's when you see him swing and missing at pitches out of the zone.
You hit the ball hard, good things are supposed to happen.
That doesn't happen in too many games right there. 3 swings, all above 105 miles an hour. It's hard to hit the ball in the barrel once or twice a game, let alone 3 times. 3 times in a row.
Brendan Donovan's going to pinch hit for the Cardinals. Yepez taken down as the Red Sox go to a right-handed reliever. Donovan gets his first crack at Boston tonight. Here in the 6th inning. Swing and a shot. There's a 3rd straight hit. Arenado to second, and the Cardinals are peppering Winkowski here. And still nobody out.
It's surprising that Donovan goes out there and gets straight to work. Like a little cutter right there. Just great piece of hitting right there. I tell you, the more and more you watch him play, the more and more you become a fan, if you're not already. There's nothing he can't do.
Boston wants to settle down Winkowski, who's been terrific in relief, as has been their bullpen. But the Redbirds have greeted him rudely. Homer, single, and nobody out. Arenado 3 for 3. Donovan's second career pinch hit. And now Dylan Carlson will be your hitter. He'll flip around to bat left-handed. Carlson unhappy with his last trip to the plate. He was struck out but didn't think the pitch hit the zone. Let's see if he gets a better zone here in a big spot in the 6th. Good to see the Cardinals punching back. That's another thing that's been frustrating, Jim. They have a lead, fall behind, and many times they couldn't mount any rallies. They're doing that here. Downstairs, ball 1. Cardinals have 4 comeback wins this year. They'd love their 5th tonight. The pitch. Lifted left side. That'll curl into the big crowd on a perfect Friday night at Fenway Park.
The big swing right there. That's what we've been talking about. He has been doing that more and more as he's gotten comfortable again up here. Taking that big swing when you get a chance. And you're ahead in the count.
He's got a huge hole between 3rd and 2nd. Shot, right field, base hit. The Cardinals have the bases loaded. 4 straight hits in the inning.
This is the breaking ball, right? Another slider. He just tries to stay through it. There's a couple of bad sliders right there. Super hittable. Exactly what you don't want to see when you're the Red Sox, and exactly what you're asking for if you're the Cardinals. Get Paxton out of the game. Score some runs.
So it's on a tee for the Cardinals. Bases loaded, nobody out. High pop fly on the first pitch. Get out of play ball. It's near the netting and is a row deep. Strike 1. DeYoung has been red hot. 364 average coming into play tonight. He is struck out twice, but that was against Paxton. Richard Blyer, lefty, getting ready for Nootbaar. He's getting ready quickly. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. See if Paul can fight back. Put it in play here. Squib towards short. They'll get 2, but the Cardinals will get the tying run. Arenado will score. Donovan to 3rd. DeYoung is doubled up, no RBI, and it's a 4-4 score.
I hate to see the double play ball, but you gotta have that run in here.
So Winkowski really struggled. He gave up the 2 runs on 4 hits. And Blyer versus Nootbaar with the go-ahead run. Brendan Donovan 90 feet away for St. Louis in the 6th. Cardinals gave up the lead, but they've got it tied. They come right back here in game 1. We'll see how Blyer and Nootbaar tangle after the break. Richard Blyer answers the second Chevy call to the bullpen for Alex Cora. You see that Blyer has been hit relatively hard, and he's got to face Nootbaar, Jimmy, who's been hitting lefties at a 400 clip.
Oh yeah, and he's had that about what? I missed it, and I'm looking down, but 4 days off. He hasn't thrown in a while. Kind of a movement guy, a little sinker, cutter, slider. Not a whole lot of velocity.
Well, let's see if Newt can fill a gap between Kike Hernandez and Devers, who's off the line at 3rd. And first pitch strike.
That's going to be what you see is what you get right there. The sinker slider guy, a little sidearm.
Missed outside. Boston played lefty-lefty Sunday against the Phillies. Brought in Blyer to face Kyle Schwarber, who touched him for a 2-run homer. How about one from Nootbaar here?
I'm willing to bet it wasn't a cheap one. Schwarber.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Probably hit it to Cherry Hill, New Jersey. 2 balls and a strike. Down the left field line. Did he keep it fair? He did. Cardinals have the lead. Nootbaar with a double with 2 outs. And St. Louis, with a 3-run 6th, has a 5-4 advantage.
Listen to the Newts right there. This is a nice job right here. Just, I don't know how this ball stays fair, but it does. Just trying to stay in there and hit it. A little cutter right there. You know, this really hurts right here. The Red Sox were hoping that he would just get Nootbaar out and move on. They bring in a righty, but now he's got to face Kisner. I don't think this is what they had planned.
Kisner hit the ball hard twice. Took a rip there, didn't get it. How about Newt against lefties? 6 for his last 11. You understand the matchup, but Newt beat him to the spot. And the Cardinals, with a 3-run 6th, have a 5-hit inning. And there's a bullet hit the seats.
I think that net could be raised up a little bit more. That's like the field goal net that goes up at the NFL stadiums, but they don't go up high enough. They just kick it right over the top. That was a missile into the seats.
The pitch. Little pop hit toward Casas at first. He's got that. And what an inning for the Cardinals. 3 runs, 5 hits. Contreras hits a homer, and the Birds now lead 5-4. The Cardinals have the lead. It gives Adam Wainwright a chance to win this game if the Cardinals can hold what is now a 5-4 lead. And the first Chevy called to the bullpen is answered by Andre Palante.
Yes, it is. So you can see right there, 2 days rest. Only 10 innings pitched this year. Spent some time up and down. And you see right there, Brendan Donovan now in left field for Yepez.
Middle part of the order for Boston. And the first pitch chopped toward third. And Arenado with a strike. That takes care of Jarren Duran. And there is out number 1. As we told you, Boston's really loaded up on left-handed hitters in their lineup tonight against Adam Wainwright. Palante, a right-hand pitcher. But as you know, Jim, the splits for Palante, when he's right, he crushes left-handed hitters.
Well, he has a little bit of a crossfire. He has a little bit of a cutter, natural cutter, but he's got that good curveball. You can see how he almost steps a little bit towards third base, and then it's not massive, but it's enough to be deceiving, I think. And it's got to be a little tough on lefties because you want to follow the foot, and then the ball kind of jumps back underneath you. I was watching Nolan Arenado. He looked like Steph Curry shooting a 3. He threw the ball to first, and as soon as he let go of it, he just turned and walked towards DeYoung. Didn't even look. He just was waiting for the throw to go around the infield.
Just knew it was on the money.
He did. He just turned around and walked away. Like, as soon as he let it go, he just kind of spun off of it and turned and walked toward Paulie, and here, give him the ball and put it back to the pitcher.
2 balls and a strike for Tristan Casas. And a sharply hit single into center. I like it better when a fielder does that than when they do the Carlton Fisk after they let it go and just sort of hope and use the body to make sure it gets there on target.
Oh boy.
So 1 on, 1 out in a 1-run game. Kike Hernandez is up, but first a quick word from Great Southern Bank.
What's the best part of turning 100? You. Our neighbors we've had the opportunity to support throughout the years. Great Southern Bank, celebrating 100 years of support.
Redbirds have turned 2 double plays tonight. 1 here would be nice. Kike Hernandez has a big swing and doesn't get it.
It's a great vantage from up here too. You can see on the fastball how late guys are. That ball was thrown right past Hernandez.
There's a ground ball right to second. That's going to be easy, and the Cardinals continue to pad their league-leading double play stats. That preserves a one-run lead. We go to the 7th, where the top of the order is coming up. Plays tonight, the Cardinals have leapfrogged past the Orioles for most double plays turned in the major leagues this season. That 40th got Palante out of the 6th inning. And now the Birds look for some insurance in a 5-4 game. Tommy Edman, as Richard Blyer misses down into him. Tommy is 0 for 3 tonight. Goldschmidt and Contreras are scheduled to follow. With the Green Monster in play, always have to remember the 7th inning is the Honda home run inning. And your Gateway Honda dealers will make a $1,000 donation to the Make-A-Wish Foundation if a Cardinal can homer in this frame. 2 homers for the Birds tonight, one by Arenado, one by Contreras. And that one on the ground to Devers, right on the grass, and a perfect throw for out number 1. Here's Goldschmidt. Paul's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Again, can't say it enough. The Cardinals scored first, then Boston came back-to-back homers, gave him a 2-run lead. St. Louis right back at him in the 6th inning with a 3-run, 5-hit frame.
This is what they haven't been able to do early on in the season, which was keep, like you said, coming back, keep scoring runs.
So the big picture is the Cardinals could win their 2nd straight series opening game if they can salt this one away tonight. But also give Adam Wainwright his first win. There's a base hit by Goldie. Reached out and stroked that into center. He's 3 for 4 tonight. Goldschmidt had 2 hits in Chicago. He's got 3 in game 1 in Boston.
It's amazing. You can pitch him in, and you can see, even though he looked like he was leaning a little bit, his hands stay there, and he keeps them back. Even though he doesn't crush that ball, his hands stay back enough to hit it through the infield.
Contreras snapped a 19-game streak without a homer in his last at bat, and it was a 1-iron hit over the bullpen in right field. His 3rd homer of the season. That pulled the Cardinals to within a run.
It was kind of like that ball that was hit to center field earlier, expecting it to hit the wall, and was expecting his ball to hit kind of in front of the bullpen and went over the bullpen.
One ball, one strike. Double play ball. Hernandez to second for 1, and the flip to first is in time. It's a double play, and that's how we head to the 7th inning stretch. Good ball game on Friday in Beantown. The Cardinals lead it. Cardinals baseball is brought to you by your Quality Ford dealers, proud sponsor of the St. Louis Cardinals, and by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Well, who will be riding high at midnight tonight like Paul Revere? Right now, it's the Cardinals in the 7th inning, leading 5-4 in game 1 of our weekend set. Andre Palante back to work after a quick and efficient 6th. We'll start with Emmanuel Valdez, who hit a home run his last time up. Genesis Cabrera is the next man up and throwing in the Cardinal bullpen. Off day yesterday for the Birds. That allowed Ollie to set his relievers and reset the bullpen pecking order after a lot of work against the Cubs. We'll see how it plays out tonight.
I was going to say they probably needed it. I mean, there's like, your days off for guys that are exhausted, your days off for guys that are struggling. That's when I love to have a day off. But your bullpen, you can't have enough days off for those guys.
Chop towards short, perfect top, and Paulie with a strike. And there's your first out in the 7th. Fans, don't miss your chance to get discounted Cardinals tickets. Get 8 or more gallons of gas at a participating station using Phillips 66's Fuel Forward app, and you'll get 2-for-1 Cardinals tickets. For more information, visit cardinals.com/Phillips66. Next up at home for the Birds, big homestand. We've got 3 with Milwaukee and 4 with the Dodgers. The topsy-turvy nature that is the National League Central, Jim, those 3 games against Milwaukee are already going to be big ones. Nobody has taken control of the Central to this point. As Connor Wong hits, he homered last time up.
No one's taken control of this internet up here either. It's,
oh no!
It just took a
really.
Yep, it just dove straight down and jumped off the ledge here and broke down on me.
Is that a technical term?
I don't know. You know what? I don't know if there's anything to be technical around the stadium anymore these days. We can't get internet in half the ballparks.
0-2 count. Palante versus Wong, and inside out swing foul. It's still 0-2. The stretch by Palante and his 0-2. Swing and a miss. Big breaking ball got him. First strikeout for Palante. This is how you want to face Verdugo in a 1-run game. Base is empty.
Take a look right here at the Plaza Tire Service pitch tracks. Guess who might have been thinking inside right there? That was a nasty breaking ball and the hips were flying. Looked like your swing right there. Hips were flying. Ball was going the other way.
My hips are tough to miss. 5-4. Cardinals have the lead. Cabrera to face Verdugo and Yoshida, 2 lefties next on the lineup card for the Sox. To the bullpen for the Cardinals, answered by Genesis Cabrera. 3 days of rest for the Cardinals left-hander, who picked up a win on May 8th against the Cubs. An inning and a third of 1 hit ball with a strikeout for St. Louis. He's got 2 left-handed hitters facing him here in the 7th, where the Cardinals enjoy a 5-4 lead. Verdugo has doubled and scored to highlight his 3 trips to the plate for Boston.
You don't see Cabrera with 3 days of rest very often, do you? Guy's a workhorse.
Well, get this guy. Not an easy task. Verdugo doubled to left his first time and takes one off the plate. Ball 1. 34,553 here tonight. They've been treated to a great game. Cardinals and Red Sox, 2 big league powerhouses, squaring off for the first time this year. Here's a strike. 1-1. Great job by Palante. An inning and 2/3 of 1 hit ball. Let's see what Cabrera has in store with a 1-2. He tied him up. What a pitch. And what an inning for the Cardinals. Palante and Cabrera sent us to the 8th. Part of the order up. 1-run Cardinal lead. Paxton out of the game. He struck out 9 over 5 innings. They've had to make 3 Chevy calls to the bullpen. The Cardinals have scored 3 runs off the first 2 relievers. And tonight it's Brennan Bernardino who answers the 3rd call for Alex Cora and the Red Sox.
Yeah, another lefty out of the bullpen. Velocity not the thing. Maybe more location. And a little fastball, sinker, curveball, and a changeup. Average is about 90-91. So they're slowing down a little bit for the guys. I don't think you're going to see as good of a fastball as we saw early.
Well, we don't want this guy slowing down, do we?
Nope.
Coming out party for Nolan Arenado at Fenway Park. A 3-for-3 night, including a 2-run homer in the first inning with 2 outs. And upstairs starts the sequence. 1 ball, no strikes.
Pretty good heater right there. 92.
Sharply hit to short. Kike Hernandez makes a nice play. And that ends Arenado's perfect night. But man, what a great night at Fenway Park for him. One out, Brendan Donovan, your hitter. But first, a quick word from Academy Sports.
Hey, St. Louis fans. Get all you need for spring for less at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Brendan Donovan had a key pinch hit in his first trip to the plate in the 6th inning. He scored the go-ahead run for the Cardinals. He came home when Lars Nootbaar doubled lefty versus lefty in the 6th. There's that slingshot pitch you were talking about. 0-2.
Slider right there. It's almost the sidearm slurve.
Bernardino's given up a run in his last 2 outings. Let's make it 3 for 3. The pitch. Pop fly left side near the stands. Devers won't have a play. This is where this kid's at his best, I think. He fights so well with 2 strikes.
Yeah, he'll make you throw a couple extra pitches. Even the toughest lefties have to do a little extra work.
Dylan Carlson's next for the Cardinals. We are in the 8th. Good take. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ground ball to second. And Dylan Carlson, the final hope for the Cardinals in inning number 8. Dylan tonight is 1 for 3. Cardinals trying to improve their record in the closest of games. St. Louis 1-8 in 1-run ball games. They lead tonight and need 6 outs. When we get to the bottom of the 8th inning, the 2, 3, 4 hitters are coming up.
Strike zone has not been very friendly tonight to Dylan Carlson so far.
Called out on strikes in the 4th. And protects there.
It's funny is, you know, a young man like him, he's trying to learn the strike zone. He's trying to improve on not swinging at bad pitches. And then you get a couple of umpires back to back that are calling pitches off the plate. And you think, OK, well, now what? Like, what am I supposed to do?
So you're saying you want the automatic strike zone? Is that what
just want some consistency, especially, you know, on the off the plate more than a, you know, more than a ball off the plate is. It's a long way. These guys know where the strike zone is.
Dylan almost wore that. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
What happened there?
It's behind him.
How did he catch it? This is what you call yanking a pitch. Whew.
Almost a calf burger. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another chance at short. Hernandez has it. And we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's getting interesting in Boston. Wow. 1-run Cardinal game. Defies Fenway Park better than any verbiage could. The manual scoreboard at the bottom of the Green Monster. You ever been back there?
Yes, I have. You know what? Cool? It took me all of 15 years to go back there. I don't know if I was afraid to go back there, if I just never took the time. I finally went back there, and it was some kind of interesting.
So here we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Genesis Cabrera. The Red Sox have all these lefties stacked up after Justin Turner, too, so we'll see what gives for the Cardinals in the 8th inning. Yoshida tonight has 2 hits. And that's low and away for an even count.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, there's really nothing exciting underneath that door and behind that wall. But I think every single player since Babe Ruth has signed the inside of that.
That was close. Didn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. And Cabrera wants to know where it was. Kisner's asking too. Make him hit his way on. Ball 3. Big pitch. He lost him. It's a leadoff walk. So trouble afoot now. You've got Turner, Devers, and company coming up. Boston has the tying run aboard with nobody out. But perhaps Turner can do here in the 8th what he did in the 1st, and that is hit into a double play.
Yes, please. I have to say that Yoshida's going to have, if not right at it, pretty dang close to a 400 on base percentage at the end of this year, the way he swings the bat.
After a nasty pitch struck out Verdugo to end the Boston 7th, Cabrera a little wild to start the 8th. Short lead at first. The pitch. Missed again. Then 6 out of 7 in the inning have missed the strike zone.
This isn't a time to protect the lead and worry about hits. This is a time to keep the ball down, throw strikes, get ahead, try to get a ground ball. Plus, you see times when a reliever will come in and throw ball 1 with the fastball, and then like, should I throw the fastball again? He's looking fastball, maybe the slider, maybe the breaking ball, maybe the changeup. Just trying to spot a good fastball down and away. Hopefully you can hit your spots, see if you can't get him to overswing. Hate to be 2-0 because then now you're having to throw a ball right down the middle. Once again, same kind of a situation. 1-0, 2-1, you're in that same boat. Can't worry about the 2-run homer here. You've got to be positive thinking. I want to hit this spot and see if I can't get him to roll over. Justin Turner hits into some ground balls, and you've seen it plenty of times. Make a good pitch, and he's going to try to lift it. And if it's down, he might lift it right into the ground into a double play. It's the thing about guys that like to lift the ball is they start their lift early, right? So if you watch, this is the thing I used to love about playing baseball too. Every time you see the same guys on Sports Center, on the highlights, on everything, they hit the same pitches out of the ballpark all the time. So that's where you want to stay away from. So I watch this guy every time he hits the ball at the ballpark, it's up. So get it down and get him to roll over.
3-1 pitch.
Up there. That's it. I mean, if you go back to his highlights, every time you see him hitting a home run, where is it at? It's that ball right there. It's elevated. Doesn't have he doesn't swing really hard. All he has to do is hit the barrel when it's up there.
Big pitch in the game. Full count. Cabrera sets and throws over.
The thing for me too is you don't want to give up the lead, but make him hit the ball to right field. So if he hits a double, you got a chance to score, but at least you're keeping the ball out of the stands on the pull side.
The pitch. Back-to-back walks in the 8th inning in a 1-run game. Now Devers is the hitter. Can the Cardinals wiggle out of a mess of their own making here? Another ball, 1-0.
Well, they got a triple play in Palm Beach today, I think, didn't they?
That's right.
Maybe they can do it here. Extended spring training, no less.
Devers hitting .212 against left-handed pitching, but it may not matter if Cabrera can't throw a strike. And now the Cardinal infield wants to try to settle him down. Of the 13 pitches Hennessy's has thrown in this inning, only 3 have found the strike zone.
It's not good. What's that ratio?
Ryan Helsley's playing catch in the Cardinals bullpen. 2 relievers are up for the Red Sox, including Kenley Jansen, who just picked up his 400th save in his last outing against the Braves.
17 pitches, only 6 have been strikes.
The 2-0. Swing and a fly ball headed for the Bermuda Triangle. That's going to get down. That's going to bounce off the wall and into the stands. And that will save a run for the moment. But Devers got a 2-0 pitch, didn't miss it. He ties the game. It's 5-5, and the Red Sox have him second and third, nobody out.
That's just great piece of hitting on the other side of this bad situation. Is you get behind, they go to the mound. He's got a 2-0 count. Well, what do you think? You're going to get a heater. So you might as well cheat and see what you got, and he does. And he gets a pitch down the middle, a little bit low. And fortunately for us, that ball bounces up into the stands, but that might be a homer. And
so the 35th,
huh?
beg your pardon, 35th RBI for Devers. Rob Refsnyder has been announced as a pinch hitter for the Red Sox. And Ollie's going to come out and get Hennessy's Cabrera, who was great in the 7th, but couldn't throw strikes in the 8th. 2 walks and a double have the game tied at 5 apiece. And Ryan Helsley will try to send us to the 9th tied after this bullpen appearance. For the Cardinals, the Red Sox have made a number of changes here. Number 1, Bobby Dahlbeck is going to pinch run at third base. Rob Refsnyder was announced as the pinch hitter. Looks like he's been taken down for Raimel Tapia, the former Rocky. And with second and third, nobody out, a world of options available for Alex Cora with the speedy Tapia in the batter's box. The Cardinals have to play the infield in. Somehow, some way, we're going to try to get this game to the 9th tied.
And I believe they only had 1 more player on the bench, right? The backup catcher. That's running through your team.
Another ball, this time from Helsley. Runners second and third. The pitch. Chopper, infield in. No play at the plate. Tapia gets an RBI. Dahlbeck with a great jump on contact, and Boston has the lead.
That's exactly why they ran right there at third base. Great play by Tommy. Just doesn't get the handle. But I'll tell you what he does do. He makes a smart play. Got to give up the run sometimes to get the out. He does get a great jump. I think Tommy's got a shot. He just doesn't get the ball out of his hand and out of his glove quick enough.
Devers held at second. And now Tristan Casas is your batter. He takes ball 1. So Boston cashes in both walks to start the 8th inning and turns a 1-run deficit into a 1-run lead. And now the Cardinals staring down the barrel of Kenley Jansen.
Kind of crazy how that happens. You guys had a game the other day when I was in the studio. I forget which player it was. He was 1 for 1, 3 walks, 3 runs scored in Chicago. Those walks kill you every time.
Trey Mancini.
Trey Mancini, that's right. Bottom of the order.
High towering fly ball to right. Devers was adjusting his helmet as he made his way back to second. He'll tag and move up on a deep fly.
Just let him tag.
And that's the second out of the inning. So got to find a way to cut down this run potentially. Cardinals will have the 7, 8, 9 men coming up in the ninth inning and a full bench. And Kenley Jansen lurking. Burleson and Gorman from the left side would be options against the Boston closer.
Tell you what, that was a nice job, I think, by Alex Cora, knowing your personnel, right? You get Tappy up and you know he hits the ball on the ground, so you get a guy at third base who you're confident that can run the bases, and he did. He did a nice job with running the bases, getting a good jump with some speed and scoring easily. Even if Tommy throws the ball, I think that ball is a bang play at home. And
at best.
Yeah. I mean, you had a good angle of it. I think that ball just kind of held up on him a little bit. You noticed that when Tommy caught the ball, his throwing foot was already on the ground. He was already a little bit ahead of himself.
Swing and miss.
Could have very easily thrown that ball up into those stands.
But as you know, it's the age-old saying in baseball: you can't defend the walks. You just can't.
You can't.
In a one-run game,
spot right there.
Especially with this part of the order.
You can't do any. You can't give any kind of blame towards Tommy. I mean, he's just doing what he can, trying to make something happen. It is amazing, though. They do come back to score almost every time.
One ball, two strikes. Devers a huge lead at third. And a swing and a miss sends us to the ninth inning. The Red Sox get 2 walks back-to-back with nobody out. They score on a double and a ground out to hand a lead over to Kenley Jansen after 8. Game, the bright spot tonight offensively, Jimmy, is Nolan Arenado's huge night. That's our Budweiser player of the game.
Oh yeah, he started off on fire with that home run. Then he tried to knock the wall down. How about this? 3 base hits, all 106 miles an hour or better. That's impressive night right there.
Well, we could use some more of that, but it's a tough assignment. Kenley Jansen, the former Dodger, the former Brave, and now closer for the Red Sox. He's 9 out of 10 in save opportunities. He's in tremendous shape, best shape he's been in a couple of years. And he faces Paul DeYoung. And what you'll notice immediately, Jim, about Jansen with that big cutter, he's been able to throw that thing 98 miles an hour.
I don't understand that. He's got a 98, 99 mile an hour fastball, and he can throw the ball that cuts, and it cuts a lot at the same velocity. I never really loved facing him too much. I wonder how he does with the pitch clock. He's not a very quick mover out there on the mound.
Hasn't been a problem. According to the Red Sox.
Rearing back and throwing.
Hit it if you can. And that got the umpire. I don't know if the catcher got leather on that.
No, he did not.
Whew. Marley took one off the left arm.
Just a hit by pitch. Come on. Oh, man, that's got to hurt. So I guess that's what happens when you give the target down and away and you get one up and in.
Let's see if the Birds can get a leadoff hitter aboard.
You don't see him struggle too much like that.
There we go. So a 1-run game for Boston. Kenley Jansen issues the leadoff walk. Here are your all-time saves leaders. Look at Kenley Jansen and the elite company he joins.
How about that? That is some kind of impressive. I mean, 400 was unheard of when Lee Smith got those saves. Wow.
Good night for Nootbaar. So that cutter and that hard-breaking stuff from Jansen breaks into the left-hand hitters, but as you would say, probably broke your bat more than anything else.
Yeah, you just got to be careful. You want to just look out over the plate against him, and anything that's in is coming in. And right now, that's unusual for him to be missing down and away.
Well, he's missed with 5 in a row.
Just a little out of whack, maybe. Yeah, I'm taking.
you take?
Yeah. You got to, even though you don't want to. You got to. I mean, how about that little conversation right there? He is about 1.5 feet taller than everybody out there.
He's a big man.
On the mound. He is a big man.
1 ball, no strikes. DeYoung at first. You can run on him. They take off. Pitch a strike. The throw to second is late. And
Now
look at what Hernandez did.
Now that's good baseball.
Did you see what Hernandez did? His
Swipe
foot,
him off the bag.
His foot was right in front of the bag, trying to make DeYoung take an odd route. Watch where his foot is, and DeYoung steals second.
I'm stepping on it if that's me. Doesn't seem like he did it on purpose, but a lot of guys do that, especially a guy who hasn't been playing a lot of shortstop. He's been in center a little bit. When he's with the Dodgers, is all over the place. I think he just gets caught and puts his leg down. But yeah, I wouldn't want to have my feet in there.
So a stolen base for DeYoung. A hit gets you tied. Nootbaar, a 1-2 count. Lifted to the left and out of play. Nolan Gorman's grabbed a bat. He would hit for Kisner in the 9th inning. Get this man to third somehow, some way, at the least, if you can. Lars? And fouled away. Make Kenley Jansen work. Pile up the pitches on him. Maybe you make him unavailable tomorrow.
Just one bad part about it is that he starts to find his groove before you can get a run in. Just take my chances with putting the ball in play here somehow.
Sharply hit, base hit center. DeYoung had to hold up. They're going to wave him. Here comes DeYoung. Nootbaar with a game-tying hit, and the Cardinals cash in a leadoff walk. These birds won't quit tonight.
What'd you say about those walks? They'll kill you? Man, oh man. It's a great at bat here by Newt. He has to take a strike because of the count, and then he has to take a strike because DeYoung is running, and then he just squares up a line drive for a base hit.
And so the same that was true for DeYoung a moment ago certainly applies for Nootbaar, who's got great wheels. He could take off.
Go ahead.
He's 4 for 4 in steals. And now it is Nolan Gorman pinch hitting, a run in, a man on, and nobody out. Runner goes. Pitch a ball. The throw into center. Gets away. Nootbaar on his way to third, and the go-ahead run
That's
90 feet away.
That is so good right there. It's such good baseball. You have to play winning baseball when they give you the opportunity, and that is the main reason why. This game is not as easy as it looks. You get a jump, you know you got the base stolen, and look what happens when the catcher rushes, and all of a sudden now you got a man on third with nobody out.
And now Boston's infield will come in for Gorman, who's down a strike. 6-6 game.
Good take.
Cardinals' approach this inning has been great, making this man throw a lot of pitches. He does not have his A-plus stuff tonight. Cash it in if you can. 2 balls and a strike.
That's the thing too. If you know he's throwing a cutter and he misses away, you're not even going to offer at it most of the time. And he's playing around with his rhythm and stuff. It's interesting the way he's going about it tonight.
Gorman now a 2-2 count. Swing and a shot. Almost picked off Stubby Clapp. The Cardinals first base coach will try again.
I was going to say, I doubt Gorman probably doesn't have any at bats against Kenley Jansen, and that is correct. This is the first time seeing him.
Well, he's seen his whole arsenal in this sequence. The pitch. And fighting him off. It's uncanny, isn't it? 1-run games, leadoff walks. They give managers gray hairs. Look at how the Sox align defensively. As the 2-2 is taken high, full count.
Is that like you walk in after the game as a pitching coach and say, basically, I told you so? Like, how many times I got to tell you? You can't walk the leadoff guy.
Tommy Edman next. Go ahead run at third. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a high fly ball deep right. At the track. At the wall. It's long good for Gorman. The Cardinals have been counter punching all night. Maybe that's the knockout blow in game 1.
Oh, that is some kind of home run for that young man. Wow. Short, quick, the ball's away. Woo. Oh, you gotta love it. So interesting here. Tommy's hitting right-handed. Get rid of that cutter. I don't know if I'd want to do that the way he's been throwing. I might go back to the left side. So missing everything in on that side. What a big at bat for that young man, huh? Wow.
Great at bat. DeYoung started with a walk, stole second. Nootbaar singled him home, stole second, took third. Gorman a long at bat. Hits a 2-run homer into right. The first pinch hit homer for the Cardinals this year, Jim, went 400 feet to straightaway right. And Fenway Park, which was buzzing a moment ago, is very quiet in the 9th inning now.
That's a huge home run. Guy's got 400 saves against the guy who's 23 years old. Having a great at bat.
Jansen's 22nd pitch is hammered down the line. That's fair and into the corner. Righty for Edman pays off. He's got his first hit of the night. And Kenley Jansen has not retired a hitter. And the Bo Sox bullpen is busy. And that might be the end of the line, as Alex Cora doesn't want Jansen perhaps to pitch into the mid-20s tonight.
Well, it's interesting too that fastball was in off the plate. He just threw the same pitch, got called for a strike on Tommy. Tommy got on top of the ball, hit it down in the corner. Great piece of hitting.
Kenley Jansen did not retire a hitter, and the Cardinals have hit him for 3 in the top of the 9th. To the bullpen, a rare sight. Kenley Jansen did not retire a hitter in the 9th through 22 pitches, I believe, and departs with 3 runs to his ledger. Tommy Edman, his responsibility as well. And Ryan Brazier will try to keep it a 2-run deficit for the Red Sox.
I'll tell you what, that's as impressive as the top of the 9th I think I've seen in a long time, facing one of the premier closers in all of baseball for a lot of years, not just this year. They just ran with 1 walk and ran with it.
Literally.
I mean, you got to do that, though. I mean, you have to play the game the right way, right? If you get a chance to run and you get a chance to get a guy to second base because the pitcher's so slow, you have to do it. You can't start bunting guys over. You're losing it at bat. You're losing out. Go ahead and run.
Ground ball, just foul at first.
That would have been terrible, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's another hit, another double.
Goldschmidt 3 for 4 tonight, 3 singles. Remember, for the first 4 innings of this game, Goldschmidt and Arenado the only Cardinals with hits. That has certainly changed from the start of the 6th inning on. Big swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Again, I've used the term a couple of times tonight. Cardinals, a couple of times in this game, have gotten punched squarely in the nose. They fought right back. 3-run 6th, 3-run 9th. And to your point about Kenley Jansen, in his 779th career appearance, this is only the 5th time in his big league career he did not record an out.
Wow. That's the part of the game that's so humbling. Here's your 400 save. Here you go the next time out. No thanks.
Well, we forget relief pitchers are human too. They have bad days. They can go into slumps. But Kenley Jansen had been almost letter perfect for Boston this season, but not tonight. 2-2 pitch. Instead, Brazier fakes to second. Matson Sale tomorrow afternoon. First pitch 3:10 Central Time. We'll have it for you here on Valley Sports Midwest. Cardinals and Red Sox play the Sunday night game. We're back home Monday for the Brewers. The pitch.
Make sure you text Tuno and tell him where we're at, okay?
Oh, media relations?
Yes.
Guru Chris Tuno, yeah.
Because he was a little off kilter on his time frame today.
Yeah, we have our daily meeting with Ollie Marmol.
And yeah, he wanted us to get there at noon. I think he was like on California time or something. I told him that's what he gets for hanging out with you.
Strike 3 call, delayed call. Goldie didn't think so, and there's the first out. Let's check out the Gorman at bat, pitch by pitch.
Well, take a look at what he has to do right here. He's taking pitches, and he's never faced Kenley Jansen before. He got a little greedy right there, but I think that slowed him down. And now he's just fouling pitches off. He's taking pitches. Oh, thank you. A hanger.
Ground ball hit toward third. Devers looks the runner back, fires to first in time to get Contreras. And there's the second out of the inning. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th inning, the Red Sox have used all their extra players except their backup catcher. We'll have Valdez, Wong, and Verdugo coming up. Ollie Marmol pulled the right card out of the chute to bring on Gorman here in the 9th inning, and he hit a 2-run homer. Arenado, a huge night. He's got 3 hits. Let's make it 4.
But even the Donovan deal, getting him in the game.
Yeah.
It's another big move in the middle of the game. Getting him in the game after Yepez didn't get really anything going after 2
Line
swings.
to the left. There's a base hit. Here comes Tommy around third. Throw to the plate is going to be in plenty of time. But Arenado has his 4th hit. With 2 outs, the Cardinals took a chance. Yoshida with a strike to the plate, and it's 8-6 with 3 outs to get in Boston. Friday night, Cardinals counter-punching all night, get 3 off Kenley Jansen in the 9th inning to take an 8-6 lead, Jim, to the bottom of the 9th inning.
You're right, Lion. It's a beautiful night for baseball, and it's a beautiful score right there.
Tres Barrera will check in for the Cardinals. Remember, St. Louis pinch hit for Andrew Kisner. Gorman hit the home run in that spot. And now Helsley goes to work with a 2-run lead in the 9th inning, and 101 certainly will work.
Right out of the chute.
The Cardinals try to win their 2nd series opening game. Cardinals have won 3 of their last 4, trying to make it 4 of 5 and pick up their 3rd win on the road trip. Emmanuel Valdez with a home run tonight. Tried to hit a 2nd one and was right on time, but fouled it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Valdez and Wong back-to-back homers for Boston in the 5th inning off Adam Wainwright, who started, went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. He will not factor in the decision tonight. It's a bullpen battle in game one.
That might have just bought Valdez a cutter or a slider or a breaking ball right there. That pitch. Or
Swing
no.
and a miss.
Or 102.
Heated him up. Whew. Second strikeout for Mr. Helsley.
He fouled out, what, 99, and then so he just went up the next, up the ladder at 102. No big deal. I got something more for you.
The all-important leadoff man taken care of. And here is Reese McGuire.
Your last guy off the bench.
Don't walk in, please. I don't have enough just for men to dye the gray hair. Two balls and a strike from McGuire. Cardinals give him the left side of the infield. He could try to spank one to left. Now Arenado backs up. More room to work with. And he did take a shot and sprays that to left. 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGuire has his hands full with Helsley.
.103. Little at the end of that.
The 2-2 pitch. Full count. He's sticking with the heat. But remember, Verdugo and Yoshida are next. It's a 2-run game. He got him breaking ball. What a time to break that out.
Wow, that's nasty. Well, the fact, too, that it stays around the strike zone. It's not like a, here you go, hit it, or it's going to be a ball. That ball stayed in the zone as long as it possibly could and got underneath the bat. It's a great pitch.
So the best Verdugo could do is make it a 1-run game. Let's make it academic and celebrate win number 1 of this series.
Listen to the Cardinals fans.
Strike outside corner. Cardinals trying for their first win of the season when trailing after 8 innings. Breaking ball, and we are a strike away at Fenway Park. Nolan Gorman's home run has given the Cardinals this 9th inning lead off Kenley Jansen. One of 14 St. Louis hits. The pitch didn't stick. Pereira had it, but it popped away on a blistering fastball. It's still 1-2.
He's just letting it go today, isn't he? I mean, he's just rearing back and throwing.
The 1-2. Good try.
It's a good take, too.
But don't walk this guy. That's something the Red Sox do a lot. I mean, you look up and down their lineup, it's loaded with double-digit base on balls guys. They work counts. And now the 2-2 pitch. Over the roof. Off to our left. You can see why the Red Sox really wanted this guy when they got him from the Dodgers. Tailor-made for this park. And now another 2-2 pitch. Lined, and that's what makes him so dangerous. You can beat him, but he'll flick his wrists and hit it down the line at 310 to the monster.
Smart hitter, just trying to put the ball in play. Look at all those fastballs above 100.
Might see another one here. Swing, caught, ball game. Cardinals win it. What a comeback for St. Louis. With Kenley Jansen and 400 saves staring them down, the Cardinals get 3 in the 9th inning. A Nolan Gorman home run caps their first comeback win after trailing after 8 innings. And St. Louis beats the Red Sox 8-6.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say, but great job by Gorman right there. Great job, Ollie, pulling the trigger right there to hit for Kisner. You don't love it, but you got to do it. And the young man, 23 years old, comes up with probably, I'm going to go with his biggest home run of his career so far.
Safe to say.
Pretty good one right there.
Great road trip continues for the Cardinals. I'm going to go home and work on my diction. We'll have the post-game show for Fenway Park after an 8-6 win next.